Please join us in welcoming the man at the helm of this institution, our principal, Mr. Saurav Sinha, to share his vision and thoughts with us.
Your Highness Maharaj Gaj Singh Ji of Jodhpur, President of the Mayo General Council, Your Highnesses and members of the General Council, our revered Chief Guest, Shri Nilekani, members of staff, alumni, parents, guests, and of course, our boys. Welcome to the prize-giving ceremony for the 150th celebration. I would like to make a special shout-out to the batch of 1975 who are celebrating 50 years. You're a sight for sore eyes even from here. Also to the Silver Jubilee batch or batch of 2000. You're not too bad either. And a very special welcome to the batch of 2025. Who have come back to the alma mater for the first time and to whom I owe a huge debt of gratitude for helping me start the momentum of transformation in school when I joined as a new principal last year. Thank you and welcome. Excuse me. Today is not just another day, because there are days which are not dates on a calendar, but a marking stone in the history of a nation and an institution. Today, I stand before you as a principal of a school that has seen 150 monsoons fall on these playing fields. 150 batches of boys walk through these corridors as students and walk out as men. A school that began as an idea in a very different India and has endured through empire and independence, through wars and recessions, through moments of doubt and moments of great hope. In this tent, under this sky, we are gathered across generations in this gathering, and you will find boys who have just arrived here a few months ago as well. But there are people who have entrusted their children with us, the parents. And you will find alumni who have traveled not miles, but memories across decades and continents to stand here once more. Because Mayo is not just a campus you once attended or a school you now attend. It is a tradition that you inherit and a responsibility you carry. The question, therefore, before us is not simply how did Mayo endure for 150 years? The question is, what will we do to ensure it thrives for 150 more years? We meet at a remarkable crossroads. On one hand, we carry a 150-year legacy, a history rich with tradition, with discipline, with service, with leadership. On the other hand, we live in an era of rapid change, of artificial intelligence, climate anxiety, increasing global strife. Our challenge is to hold these two realities together, to honor the past without being trapped in it, and to embrace the future without losing ourselves in it. At Mayo, we honor the democracy of the dead, the generations who built this institution. But we also recognize the democracy of the unborn, the children yet to come to Mayo, who will need a Mayo that is ready for their world, not just ours. Our task is not to choose between legacy and modernity. It is to build a bridge between them. A vow to that effect that we have undertaken is the steadfast commitment towards all-round excellence. We have moved from mediocrity and complacency to industry and excellence. For too long, we rested on the laurels of our past. We said, we are Mayo, Mayo is the best, as if rhetoric alone was enough. We now demand more from ourselves as an institution and from our students in the classroom, on the field, on the stage, and in character. The world our boys are entering does not reward half-hearted effort. It does not reward complacency. It rewards those who show up again and again with discipline, with resilience, with the willingness to stretch beyond that comfort zone. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I will prepare every day, and someday my chance will come." Here at Mayo, we are preparing our boys so that when that chance comes, be it in a boardroom, a laboratory, a playing field, a battlefield, a startup, or a studio, they are ready. The best schools, I often say, are not factories of outcomes, but habitats for growth. They do not simply produce achievers, they form persons. For excellence is not an event, excellence is a habit. Show up on time, do the small things well, respect your teachers, give your best in the classroom and on the field. Do not cheat, do not cut corners, do not settle. Because Mayo boys do not do average. This is the motto of Mayo going forward, our gold standard. We are Mayo, we do not do average. I hope the last 2 days of this celebration have been testimony to all of you of that. The responsibility of schools like ours is not merely to prepare students for the next exam or the next admission, but for the next uncertainty. To shape young people who can weigh evidence, listen deeply, articulate clearly, and choose well. That is the gravitas of our calling. And yet, as we push for excellence, we also insist on something deeper. Excellence with humility. That is the Mayo boy we want to send into the world. Competitive, yet humble. Strong enough to lead, humble enough to serve. Excuse me. There was a time, not only here, but in schools all across the world, when seniority was understood as might over right, when fear was mistaken for respect. We have worked conscientiously and intentionally to change that. Today, if you want to see the measure of a growth of a school, don't just look at the buildings or the exam results or the trophies and the cabinets. Look at how the older boys treat the younger ones. I am proud to say that Mayo boys today have evolved from a culture of seniority as entitlement to seniority as responsible mentoring. Many of our alumni will remember when toughening up was confused with getting beaten up. When seniority meant privilege without responsibility. We no longer romanticize those parts of our past. We honor our history, but we must also be honest about it. From how can I dominate you to how can I support you? From ragging to raising each other up. This does not mean that our boys are soft. Far from it. In fact, it means that they are strong enough to be able to be kind. To the juniors, you are not alone here. It is the job of everyone, student or staff, to ensure you feel safe and happy in this, your home of yours. To the seniors, to be a senior is not a position, it is a pact with peers, with juniors, and with the idea of Mayo itself. Thank you to all of you, especially for the great work to my current grade 12. You, with your help, have taken the work forward of the 2025 batch, so that now I can stand here and confidently and proudly declare Mayo College to be a bullying-free institution. I'm also proud to say that Mayo boys today have evolved into a culture of mentoring, this being one of the quiet yet most significant revolutions of Mayo College in the recent past. And to the alumni, when you come back and see prefects guiding juniors, houses functioning as families, seniors coaching instead of crushing, don't mock our boys for doing away with ill practices. Rather, appreciate that this is Mayo College honoring you by becoming even better than it was in your time. We are not trying to relive some mythical golden age. We are recreating a new one that belongs to this generation with its own challenges and its own possibilities. Now, I'll switch quickly to a topic which often gets, let's say, animated conversation. Yes, we decided to make Mayo a smartphone-free campus. Why did we do it? We did it because we went back to our core principle. Is it good for the boys? We know that technology is essential. Our boys learn coding, use laptops, engage with digital tools, and connect with the world. We are not turning away from the future. But we also know this: constant access to smartphones at a young age can mean distraction instead of deep focus, social media anxiety instead of genuine friendship, connection to distant strangers at the cost of connection to the boy sitting right next to you, your friends, your family. By making this a smartphone-free campus, we are not taking something away from our boys, we are giving something back. The ability to talk without a screen in between. The ability to play without pausing for a selfie. The ability to be fully present in the classroom, on the sports field, in the house common room. There is nothing better than seeing our fields filled with boys playing on a Sunday morning with their friends instead of indulging in what I like to call social media pettiness. This is not anti-technology. This is pro-childhood. Take a glance at our brand new Deep Kapuria Center for Excellence, and you will know that when it comes to making our boys future ready, we mean business. The only difference is we want our boys to master technology, not be mastered by it. At the same time, we want our boys to be deeply connected to the world beyond these gates. That is why we have significantly increased international exposure. More student exchanges, educational trips, conferences, competitions. Towards that end, close to a dozen exchanges across 5 continents, and several other things such as the Round Square and field trips for various subjects. We want Mayo boys to be equipped to study and live in universities abroad if they so desire, compete and collaborate with students from other cultures, understand that while they are deeply Indian, they are also truly global citizens with the privilege of belonging to one of the great cultures of the world. Because the future of our boys will not will not be decided within our national boundaries. It will be defined by ideas, by innovation, and by cooperation. Now I'd like to address the invisible pillars, the alumni. To our alumni who are here today, from batches of the 1950s to those who have graduated just a few months ago, you are the living proof of what a positive influence Mayo College has on any life that it touches. If you look closely around this campus, at the buildings restored, the facilities modernized, the programs expanded, you will find the generous fingertips of alumni everywhere. To each one of you, on behalf of our staff and students, I say thank you. But I also say this: your role is not finished. In fact, in many ways, it's just beginning. We continue to solicit your support and enthusiastic contribution in whatever manner possible in our quest to keep the Pacharanga flying high for the next 150 years. To our parents, to the parents here tonight, thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your most precious gift, your children. In this age of intense competition, anxiety about marks, college admissions, careers, it takes courage to commit to a holistic education, one that values character as much as curriculum, resilience as much as results. We promise you this: every tough call we take, every restriction we impose, every initiative we launch is guided by the same North Star. Is it good for the boys? Walk with us. Question us. Yes. Hold us accountable. Absolutely. But also stand with us, because when school and family stand together, the boys stand taller. To my fellow teachers and staff, past and present, this evening is also your testimony. You are the ones who stayed up late correcting papers, who woke up early for morning practice, who listened when a boy needed an adult to listen to talk to, who spotted talent, who pulled someone back from the brink, who quietly went beyond your job description day after day. You're not just shaping lives, you are creating the future. In 150 years, buildings have changed, uniforms have changed, timetables have changed, but one thing has remained constant: the relationship between a Mayo boy and the teachers who guide him. The classroom is a place of daily courage. It asks us to be scholars and shepherds, critics and champions. It rewards patience and demands humility. If the corporate world taught me how to measure, teaching has taught me how to value. If leadership requires strategy, education insists on soul. For that, I offer you my deepest gratitude. So, as we celebrate 150 years, let us remember, Mayo is not just a place, it is a promise. A promise that every boy who walks through these gates will be challenged to become the best version of himself. A promise that excellence is not optional, but expected. A promise that character matters as much as achievement. Mayo is not just a school, it is a brotherhood. A brotherhood that spans generations and continents. A brotherhood that celebrates success and supports through failure. A brotherhood that says you are not alone, we are with you. Mayo is not just history, Mayo is possibility. The possibility that a boy from any background can achieve extraordinary things. The possibility that 150 years is not an ending, but a beginning. The possibility that tradition and innovation can coexist. To our current students, I say this: in the years to come, the world will not ask you only what marks you got. It will ask you, what kind of person did you become? What did you do with your privilege? Whom did you serve? Will you settle for ordinary, or will you strive for excellence? Will you take the easy path, or will you have the courage to do what's right? Will you think only of yourself, or will you lift others as you climb? President John F. Kennedy once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Tonight, I say to you, ask not what Mayo can do for you. Ask what you can do for Mayo. A 150 years ago, visionary leaders founded this institution with a dream that young men could be educated not just in academics, but in character. A dream that this institution would produce leaders who would shape the destiny of nations. A dream that Mayo College would stand as a beacon of excellence for generations to come. That dream has been realized and achieved way beyond their wildest imagination. But the dream is not complete. It will never be complete, because every generation must dream it anew, must build it anew, and must live it anew. So tonight, as we celebrate 150 golden years, let us also commit to the next 150. Let us commit to being worthy of this legacy. Let us commit to being the kind of students, alumni, parents, and educators that Mayo deserves. Let us commit to ensuring that the spirit that has sustained us for 150 years continues to burn bright for generations of boys yet to be born. Because Mayo is not just our past. Mayo is our present. And Mayo is our future. And our future, ladies and gentlemen, starts now. God bless you, and God bless Mayo College.